guys are doing well today. Today we're gonna do I've been seeing that a lot of people do no brand get readies with me, and I'm gonna do that, and we're just gonna talk. There's a lot of stuff that, well, if you're new here, I'm Veronica. I've gained a little bit of subscribers since my giveaway, and just wanted you to, we're just gonna get into it. Know who I am. My name is Veronica. I am from Salt Lake City, Utah. I am a mother of 4. I have 2 teenage stepdaughters that are 16 and 17, and then I have a 5-year-old stepson, and I have a 1-year-old baby. And yeah, and I have 3 dogs. Huge household. So if you are new here, you don't know a lot of the stuff that's gone on in my life. I shared a lot when I first came back to YouTube. I was doing YouTube, but going on 11 years ago now. And I shared a lot. And then I just abruptly stopped. And, you know, some people have messaged me and asked me, you know, why? Did something happen? Or what's going on? How are things? And the reason why I did that was because a lot of so my husband has other children as well, that are adults, that I met as adults. So it's weird to call them my stepchildren because they're older than my oldest kids. So I don't think that they would want me to call them my stepchildren. But one of them follows me, and my daughters started following me, and I did not want them to see a lot of what was going on in my marriage, first of all through YouTube, and second of all at all. They're my kids, and some things are just not their business. And so I just had to delete those videos, and it wasn't because I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. It was because I didn't want my children to see those videos. That plain and simple. I just didn't want them to see that because I knew my daughters are very, very protective of my feelings, and I knew how that would turn out. So, although since then, they have found out a lot of things. We have the sprinklers on, and they're like hitting my window. It's annoying the shit out of me. Yeah, so I feel like I can share a little bit and it'll be fine. So we're still pretty much struggling. He had, as far as I know, he has not been unfaithful again. As far as I know. And we're having some coffee, iced coffee. I love iced coffee. I love hot coffee too, but not in the summer. I'll even drink iced coffee in the winter. But anyway, we were going to therapy, and that stopped when Corona happened because my therapist stopped seeing patients in person and was only doing it over the phone, and I just didn't feel like that would actually work for us. We needed to sit down and have somebody almost referee our conversations because we would get into it. It was almost like WWE without the wrestling. It's making me feel like it's raining outside. That's what it looks like on my window. Yeah, so I just didn't think that that was going to be the best situation for us because both, well, him more than I have, he has a really strong personality and he has a very bad habit of talking over people. And so I knew that being over the phone, he would probably do that to the therapist a lot. And instead of it being a therapy session, it would be him talking. And her and I both sitting there listening. I thank the heavens above for YouTube all the time because I think without it, like, yes, you guys aren't here and I can't like hear your opinions on the spot. However, you guys can, you know, tell me later what you guys are thinking and how you guys feel, and I feel like I can vent to someone and I'm not being judged like how I was with my therapist, and I really like that, and it's kind of what's kept me sane. It kept me from freaking out and losing my ish. So we're just hanging on right now by a thread. We're hanging on to life the way Jeffree Star is hanging on to that. Is it the Y? He's like hanging on to, I don't know, one of the letters on his palette. So yeah. In other news, so what I normally do, if you don't know, for a job is I do nails. I had my own salon for a while, and then this is dark. Okay, let's hope it's not too dark. Once Corona and all that, oh, whoa. It's going to be very, very subtle. It really took a toll. So I went and, you know, some of the girls, well, we had to close down. Like, you just have to. Even if you don't shut down, you have to close your doors. You had to close your doors because they were charging, at least here in the state of Utah, any kind of hair salon or estheticians or anything like that, it was like a $10,000 a day fine if you were found to, or if you were caught working during the lockdown. I don't know if that was true everywhere. I know that that was true here because I got the email from the department, from Doppel, the department that handles all the licensing here for hair, you know, estheticians and cosmetologists and nail techs and all that. So a lot of the girls had to leave and find, like, this bronzer is like, looks like crap. I gotta find something to buff this out with. Okay. So a lot of girls had to leave and just find regular jobs because it wasn't feasible for a lot of people to just kind of wait, because we didn't know when that was going to end. I mean, they didn't give us like a date. They weren't like, okay, well, you have to close today, but you know, in 2 weeks you guys can open back up. No, it didn't work that way. And so, oh, this palette. Oh. I wonder if some of you can guess what I'm using. If you can, put it in the description box. If you guys know some of the stuff. I mean, some of the stuff is pretty obvious because it's stuff I use all the time anyway. But If you're new here, then you might not know. I mean, obviously not all of it, because some of the stuff I'm using right now is new to me. Wow, I look like a clown. My favorite. So that happened, and so when that happened, a lot of my clients, oh, I need to put some powder on because I literally do look like a clown. A lot of my clients had to resort to trying to do their own nails. Some of them did amazing jobs at that, and so they just started to, or they just kept on doing their own, which I don't blame them at all. If you can save yourself some money, especially in this day and time of what's going on, more power to you. And so I wanted to, I enjoy doing nails. I don't do it because it's a job. I do it because I really like to do nails. I like the interaction with people, and stuff like that, so I really enjoy it. So I wanted to get back to it, so I took a job at an actual salon. And wow, guys, wow. I just have to say, it's been a while since I have worked for anyone else, and it is hard. I'm telling you, some people are not made to be the boss. And I definitely didn't want to go into this place and be like, oh, well, I know exactly what I'm doing. Like, so they kind of treated me like I literally just got out of nail school like 2 seconds ago, like I just hatched. And the owner is very mean, to say the very least. He literally, I'm a Cancer, I'm pretty sensitive, but I'm not like a huge crier, unless I am either one, really pissed and there's nothing I can do about why I'm angry, or I'm like my feelings are really, really hurt. And he almost made me cry. And it wasn't because my feelings were hurt. It was out of frustration and being so pissed off because I wanted to just turn around and start screaming at this man and tell him, like, who do you think you are? Get the hell away from me. Just thinking about it honestly gives me anxiety. His way of being rude was being very on top of you, like hover behind you while you're working. And he speaks another language, so he's speaking to another girl that's also behind me hovering, and they are talking and giggling and laughing, and I have no clue what they're saying. So it began to make me really nervous. Like, I felt like maybe I must be doing something wrong, because why else would they be laughing and acting like this? And so my hands started shaking because I was getting so nervous. And then I kind of took a breath and I was like, you know what, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about the situation. Just get the job done and then deal with this afterwards. And I got done with the service and she was really happy. She loved the work. I could tell that it was annoying her too, because I couldn't tell what they were doing or faces that they were making or what they were doing because they were standing behind me, but she could. And she actually handed me her card, and she's the owner of a restaurant that was right near the salon that I was working at. And she said, when you're done, or when you have a break, come over and I'm gonna give you, and try some food, because I've never been to the restaurant that she owns. It's a chain, and she's like, come on over and, get some food. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Okay, I'll come over, and me not really expecting it to be free or anything. I just thought she was just inviting me to come to the restaurant. But she gave me some free food, a lot of free food, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that's more than I could eat. So I took it back and I shared it with my coworkers over there, and she had mentioned that she noticed his hovering and his really unprofessionalism, and I didn't know at that moment that she was the owner of that place, because the card that she gave me didn't say that. It just said her name and the name of the restaurant, and she was like, yeah, I could never treat my employees like that. And when she mentioned that she owned the place I was eating at, and it's Mobetta's. I don't know if a lot of places have those, but it's like a Hawaiian food. And I was like, yeah, I couldn't tell what they were doing, but it was making me very, very nervous and very uncomfortable. I didn't like it, because although I couldn't see it, I could hear them. And I still to this day don't know what exactly they were saying. I just know that I didn't like it, and it was very rude and very, very unprofessional. It was just kind of, wow, these eyeshadows are so freaking pigmented. I feel like a lot. So that happened, and then I got back and I, noticed that he was skipping me. Like the way that most salons work, it's the person that gets the appointments first is the first person that arrives at the salon. It doesn't matter, it's not by seniority, it's by, whoever gets there first. You get the appointments first. So I had noticed that he was skipping me a lot. He was giving appointments to other people. And to be fair, I'm the only person in that salon. Oh no, there's one other person. There's two of us in the salon. It is a big salon. It's a salon they probably have a total of maybe 15 employees. And all of them are the same nationality, race, whatever, except for me and one other woman. We are the only Hispanic women in that place. And we are the ones that were getting skipped over and over and over again. And I was just like, when is it gonna be my turn? I'm thinking this in my head, I was there for an entire day and had 2 clients. And I was like, yes, something's fishy. And first, the day before this, I dropped a nail polish. I have been the owner of a nail salon. I'm still an owner of a nail salon. I just scaled it down. We moved location, got a smaller place. But it happens. That literally happens everywhere. Someone will drop a nail polish or a gel. It'll break or it'll just make a mess. It happens. It's not anything that's done on purpose. I've never seen a nail tech throw one. It's it's an accident. And I dropped a black because it had not been, the lid hadn't been placed on the bottle correctly. And he yeah, he, so I drop it, and everybody in there, like, nobody really was like paying attention to what had actually happened until one of the nail techs goes, oh no, and you gotta think it was black, so it was very, very obvious where it went. It was all over the place, but the floors are very easy to clean. You just pour some acetone on it, wipe it up, and it's good to go. And it's exactly what I did. Meanwhile, I have a boot on my foot because remember, I fell. So I'm trying to clean this all up with this boot on. And not one person had offered to come over and help me. And the owner had not noticed yet what had happened. And then, I'm literally almost done cleaning it up, but you could still see like residue of the black. I'm trying to hurry because I literally have a client sitting in front of me waiting for me. And I kept apologizing, and she's like, you're fine, I'm not in a hurry. Like, don't worry about it. Like, because she could tell that it was making me really nervous. Waiting for the owner of this place to walk over and notice what I had done. And she's just like, no, go ahead, you're fine. Don't worry. Everything's good. And he walks over, sees it, and he goes, oh my God. Oh my, this is no good. And he's yelling, it's no good. This is no good. And I'm cleaning it. Like, it's not like I broke anything. The bottle didn't break. It just spilled. When it fell, it kind of splattered. I cleaned it all up, got back to my service, and there was still just a little bit left on my desk, and he started cleaning that up. And he tells me, or he's not talking to me, he's like talking to himself next to me. He's like this far away from me, in front of my client, and he's like, oh, this is no good. This is so bad. This is just so bad. And I'm thinking, wow, he's acting like I broke a family heirloom that he can't replace. Like, I don't understand why he's doing this in front of a client. Like, if you have an issue with that, the fact that I have butterfingers and I'm clumsy, pull me aside afterwards, have a conversation with me, and fire me if you want to. I don't give a shit. But don't do that in front of a client. Like, that is just so completely unprofessional. Like, I wanted to die. I was so embarrassed. I could have just crawled under the table and just cried. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. I felt like he didn't care that he was embarrassing me. And then I think he finally, and this went on for a good 10 minutes, okay, of him just standing next to me making those noises like, oh, this is just no good. This is no good. This is no good. And then I think he realized that he was really making me nervous. And he patted my shoulder and he said, it's okay, you're okay. And I'm thinking to myself, the only reason you would be saying that is if you're noticing that you're going overboard. Like, you are taking it too far. And because that's like, I can't see why else he would be apologizing, or not apologizing, but just trying to calm me down, trying to reassure me that it's okay. And I didn't say anything. I didn't respond to his attempts to whatever, calm me down. I just kind of kept working because I was already running behind because I had to clean up all that mess. And I felt so bad for her, like, to have to sit there even longer. even if she was in a hurry, she probably wouldn't have said anything because she saw the look of horror in my face when that polish dropped. And so I think that even if she had a meeting to be here, she would have called it. Sorry, I'm just dropping all my brushes. I gotta wash these. I'm gonna leave them out anyways. Yeah, so that happened, and that was the day before. Yeah, that was the day before Friday, so Thursday. Whew. And then I like how this came out. I think I want to blend it out a little more though. I think it's a little stark, like too much. So then it's Friday, and like I said, I am getting skipped. I'm working there 10 hours. 10 hours a day. From 9 in the morning, 9:30 in the morning, until 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And I had 2 appointments, and the salon was not slow. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm the only one in the back, kind of waiting for an appointment. And one of the guys that works there has never spoken to me, never even said hello, walks up to me and he says, "How come your pager's not going off at all today?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I handed it to him, and he says, he like takes a look at it and starts messing with it, and he's like, "It's not working." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." I just figured, honestly, this is me maybe just being gullible, but I think I just figured that it was one of two things. That all these people weren't walk-ins. They had appointments with these techs, and I happened to just not be busy. Or the owner just doesn't like me, and he's just not going to give me appointments. Just like at that point, I was like, whatever. I had gotten to the point that day where I just couldn't care anymore, or else I was going to cry. So I just had to just say F it. And he goes and he tells the owner something, and then he comes back and tells me, "Go tell him that it's not working." And so I did. And the owner tells me, "Oh, I'll fix it in a little while." And I'm like, okay. And then a few minutes, probably about an hour later, the guy comes up to me again. He goes, "So did you go tell him?" My coworker, "Did you go tell him that it's not working?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "What did he say?" And I said that he'll fix it in a little while. And he's like, "Well, has he?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, he's so stupid." And I'm just still sitting back there, you know, just watching YouTube videos and playing with my phone. I'm editing a video on my phone because I had nothing else to do. And then another coworker walks up to me and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm thinking, why are they like so concerned with me? Like, I'm so confused because literally they've never spoken to me, and now they're like super worried about me for some reason. Well, apparently he had been talking about me in their language, and not all of them like him. So a lot of them were bothered by that because they felt like he was only doing that because he knew I couldn't understand. And so that's why that lady asked me if I was okay, because she's like, "You look so sad," which I don't know how I could look sad. I was wearing I have to wear masks, so all she can see is this part, like this much of my face. And I was like, "No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." I'm just literally staring at my phone, so I don't know how I can be looking sad. I was like preoccupied with, you know, editing a video. And then she goes and walks back back to work. while I'm, working, keeping the chairs in the back warm. And another woman walks up to me and asks me if I'm okay. And at this point, I still didn't know that I was being talked about, okay? Because the other one didn't tell me that. She just asked me why I look so sad. And another woman walks up to me, one that speaks to me more frequently, and she's like, "Are you okay? Everything okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like, do I have like a sign somewhere on me that says like sadness here or something like that? I don't understand why everyone keeps asking if I'm okay. And at that point, I started to get embarrassed because I felt like I was really unwelcomed and unwanted there, and that they were getting that vibe as well. And the lady that is also Hispanic, she has been working there for a while, so she speaks to most of the people there. And I guess they told her, "Oh, he's talking about her, so he's been saying things and we just don't like it, so we've been asking her if she's okay." And I'm like, "Okay, but they say that as if I would never have known that had they never said something, which does me no good, because I don't care if he's talking about me. But now that you're telling me that, now I'm like, well, what is he saying?" I still don't know. I didn't ask because I thought, okay, it's obviously gonna hurt my feelings, and I don't need that right now. And by this time it was only about 6, and I was like, you know what? I'm going home. I am going home. And it was after she had said, "Oh yeah, I guess he's talking about you," and they don't like it because they feel like if he's doing that to you, he's probably doing that to them when they're not around. And so they don't like it. And I'm like, "Oh, well, that's nice of them. Like, how about thank you?" I mean, I don't know what else to say to that, but so I walked up to him and I told him that it seemed very slow for me and that I would like to go. And he looked at his watch and he goes, "All right, go ahead." And I took all of my stuff. So I'm surprised he didn't notice, because I would normally leave certain things there that I know I wouldn't need at my other place, so that I don't have to keep on dragging things back and forth. And he either noticed and didn't care, or he really didn't pay attention, which I honestly don't think he was paying attention because he had his back to me. But I was taking everything. Like, all my stuff, all my tools, everything. And so, I'm definitely not going back. I think that there is way too many nail salons to work at, to be stuck at one where people are treating you like crap. And the unfortunate part is that a lot of nail salons are very rude and very abusive to their employees. And I won't tolerate that. I'll just leave. I don't feel... I thought that was my son. the need to cause like a big old scene. I haven't quit yet, but I am going to send him a message and let him know like why I'm leaving. And yeah, that is that. And I started a different location, so it's the same franchise, just a different salon in a different area on Wednesday. So I'm moving and I'm not even skipping a beat. And apparently this other place is a lot nicer. So like the owner is a lot nicer, and she's, you know, more understanding, and she's okay with me working the same hours I'm working over here, which are just Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Most salons want me to work Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm sure she would rather me work like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday instead of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Which, I mean, you will make more money on the weekends. But both my daughters have jobs, and so I have nobody to watch my sons during the weekend. So, I mean, well, my 4-year-old, 5-year-old, he goes to his grandpa's, so he's okay. But I just wanted him to watch my youngest. On the weekends. So, yeah. I just don't even know, like, I honestly don't think he's gonna care. I know that apparently like 6 people quit, and so he was looking for new nail techs, because one of the girls came back and asked us if we knew any people, and I didn't answer her, because I just thought in my head, I would never subject anybody I know to this place. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous salon. I mean, I've never seen anything like it here in the state of Utah. This salon looks like it belongs in Vegas. I mean, it's huge chandeliers. It's just stunning. And every client that walks in always goes, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like this. It's so pretty. And I want to keep working at a place that's beautiful like that, because, you know, the prices are higher, you make more money. Usually at places like that, you're held at a higher standard. But I didn't notice that at this one. Like, everyone seems to be working. They all work differently. They'll do things different. They'll do pedicures different. None of them do the same. And I was just kind of like, this is weird. Like, you would think that they would have everybody working the same as far as those type of services, because people are gonna notice. Like, if 2 people come in together and they're both getting pedicures, and the pedicures are both getting done differently, you're gonna be like, well, what's going on? You got the same pedicure, why are they different? And you know, why is one getting a longer massage than the other, and things like that. And that is what happens. I mean, I worked at a salon that did in-depth, when I first started doing nails, in-depth massages. I mean, they even brought in a massage therapist to teach us techniques. And so my massages, because that's what gets you your money. I mean, you guys can all paint your own toenails if you really want to, right? You go to a pedicure to relax, get your heels worked on, talk to your friends, chill, not have to paint your toenails if you don't want to, but, you know, and then get a nice foot and leg massage. And if somebody really loves the way that you do their pedicure, they are going to ask for you. I mean, that goes for any service at a salon. If you do their nails great, they're going to want to come back to you. If you do their pedicure great, they're going to want to come back to you. But yeah, it was a complete shit show. I only lasted 2 weeks there, and I can't even believe I lasted that long. The first like 2 days, he was actually really, really nice and friendly to me. After that, he acted like I bothered him anytime I asked him a question. My second day, he got mad at me because I didn't know where the gel was, and I was thinking, dude, I've been here 2 days. I don't know where everything is. I still need help, and you didn't train me. You literally said you're hired, come in and go to work. You didn't make sure I knew how to do things. You didn't train me. You just told me to make sure you do everything the way they do it, and that's it. And every person that I had a service with, like 2 people came in and did a pedicure, every person he sat me with did it different. And so I thought, okay, well, he was full of crap, and I'm just gonna do things the way I know how to do them, which is very, very similar to the way they're doing them, but I take a little bit more care in the massaging and all that. I'm sorry that I'm ranting really about a freaking pedicure. You guys are probably like, this is the most boring video ever. Like, but just know, working in a nail salon is rough. Rough. Especially when your bosses hate you. I can't decide if I want to do lashes or not. I love lashes. I don't know. I think I'm not going to, because yesterday I actually, in my video, the Juvia's Place video, I didn't do lashes. And I just ended up putting on lashes after, and then I ripped them off while I was driving down the street and threw them out the window. I was like, why did I put these on? Because the makeup looks so much better with lashes. They were bugging my eyes. My eyes were watering because of the air conditioning in my car, and the lashes were not helping. So that is my salon horror story. And there's so much more to it. I mean, it's to the point where I would walk in and I would say hello, good morning to everyone, and no one would respond to me. And I was just like, they just hate me because I'm Hispanic. They just hate me. I've never really had, sorry guys, I bought this stuff, this LA Color foundation mixing pigment to go with some foundations that I have that I want to use that are too dark. And I don't want to ship them back because it's annoying. Yeah, I've been very, very fortunate where I have never had almost blatant racism straight to my face until now. And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. I can't understand it. Yeah. Okay, guys, this is my look. I just wanted to do something brown. I've been wanting to just do something brown, not something mauve, not something pink, not something purple, just brown. Because I haven't done just a brown look in a while. And I'm pretty happy. I like it. Looks nice. I am doing another giveaway. This giveaway will be the same as the last time. It'll go from Monday to Friday. You have to be obviously subscribed to me. You have to leave a comment below. Make sure you thumbs up the video, please. Not a requirement, but I mean, and then be following me on Instagram. And leave a comment in Instagram too. That way I kind of know, like I know that you're there. Just say something like, I'm here from YouTube. That way I know. And then let me show you what you're gonna get. Okay, so the things that you are going to get in this giveaway, there's two. The first thing you're going to get is the Pure Crystal Clear palette. I cannot show you the inside because it is sealed shut. I have not opened it. I have one. I can't find it. Show it to you guys. But it is really cool. It's got a bunch of shadows. It's got some highlighters and some more shadows. I think some of these are blushes. Yeah, it's the Ultimate Face Palette. So it's got blushes, highlighters, and then mattes and shimmers. Great palette. Great palette. And then the next one you're going to be getting is the Festival Palette by Pure. These are the colors that are in it. It is a very beautiful, beautiful palette. It's 12-piece pressed pigment palette. And so if you are just wanting to get your feet wet with some color, this is going to be a great one. So like I said, this one's going to go from Monday until Friday. And unfortunately, this is not open internationally. The shipping is a lot, and I don't get monetized for these videos. I don't get this stuff for free. I buy the products, so the stuff you get is out of my pocket and out of the kindness of my heart. It's just for following me. I want you to remember that the moment that I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a Pat McGrath Star Wars Mothership palette. And so I can't give it away until I get there. So share the video, tell your friends, and good luck to you guys on the giveaway. Hopefully you guys find these palettes. You know, hopefully these are something that you guys would like and could find some use out of. This one's a pretty big palette. It literally opens up. It's pretty big, and this one's really, really pretty. So, all right, guys. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Well, I hope you have an amazing day, a wonderful week, and a marvelous rest of your month. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.